Hi everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome back. I'm Jeannie, and in today's video I'm going to show you how I do this trending neon French tip design using only dip powders. I'm going to do my own little take on it, so it's going to be a little bit of a V French, and I'm going to use two different neon colors just to make it pop a little bit more. So if that's something that you're interested in, keep watching and I'll show you my process for completing this look. The two colors I'm going to be using for this mani are Dramatic Diva and Hot Mess, and these are both from the Ooh La La collection from iGel Beauty. So this is their dipping powder collection, and I just love these jars. Just look at the ombre color on the lids, and then on the top of the lid it has the embossed branding as well, the Ooh La La collection. This is a really great collection, and I love that they're actually 1 ounce jars instead of their standard 2 ounce jars. And for my base color, I'm going to be using DDG50, which is Amor Sui. I don't know if I pronounced that right or not. So the G stands for glow. So this is actually a glow color that I'm going to be using for my base, because if I can make it glow, why wouldn't I? I'll link all the products I use in this video down in the description, and if you want to do some shopping, you can always use my affiliate code Purplicious15 at iGel Beauty to save 15% off your orders. I'll also be using my iGel Beauty dip liquids for this mani, so they're base coat, activator, and dip top coat. Now let's get into this mani. So I'm tapping my jars against the table because I want my powders to be as level as possible so I can get a straight line for my V French. So I'm going to take my dip base and I'm going to apply a thin, even layer of my dip base to my entire nail. And I like to use my iGel Beauty dip base because it is a little bit of a slower dry time. So it gives me plenty of time to create my French line without having to rush too much. So I'm going to angle my nail. I'm going to figure out what angle I want it. And then once I've got that, I'm going to slowly dip my nail into the jar at that angle. I'm going to tap off the excess powder, and then I'm going to go in with my second color. So I'm going to go in on the other side. This one's a little bit of a blind angle. So I'm going to try to envision where I want that second part of the V to be and gently dip my finger in at that angle. So here's how it looks. It looks a little crazy, don't worry about it. And then I'm going to pour over my base color on the rest of my nail to absorb the rest of that dip base. I'm going to clean up my cuticle line, and it looks a little crazy now, but once you dust off the excess, you'll kind of see where I was going with this. But you know, your colors are kind of blended together at this point, but once you dip off the excess, you'll see that clear line between the two colors. So I'm going to show you on my ring finger as well. So again, make sure you are tapping your jars in between each color to make sure that they are level, because I'm going in at an angle for a straight line. You want to make sure that your dip powders are level so you get as straight a line as possible. It's not perfect, but it's close enough for me. So I'm applying a thin, even layer of dip base to my nail, and then I'm going to angle my nail in to, I think this was Dramatic Diva, so I'm going to slowly angle my nail in up to about where I want the V to stop. I'm going to tap downwards to get that excess powder off, and then I'm going to go in with my second color, angle it the other direction, and create that second part of the V. Now I will say I am tapping off the excess powder as much as possible, but you do risk a little bit of contamination. Mine wasn't too bad, so I was fine with it. But you could also use maybe like pour a little bit of powder in like a French dip tray if you don't want to risk contaminating your whole jar. But that's kind of what I did for mine. So I poured over my base color, which was the Amor Sui, or however you pronounce it. And so now I'm cleaning up my cuticle area. I'm going to do the rest of my nails off camera because I want to show you how I do my second layer for this French dip. So I've dusted off the excess powder on all my nails, and now I'm going to go into layer 2. So again, tapping the jars to make sure they're level. And then for my dip base, when I apply it, I wasn't sure whether the colors would bleed or not. So I'm really concentrating doing my dip base on my base color first. So you can see here, I'm concentrating all my dip base on my base color. And then once I've got my base color covered, then I'm going to go in and apply the rest of the dip base to my tip where there's the neon colors. You can kind of see that by the brush though, it actually didn't bleed, but I'd say that's a good habit just in case, because you wouldn't want to get those neon colors on your base color. So I'm dipping my nail into Dramatic Diva, and I'm dipping it to the, I'm trying to keep the same angle and keep the same lines. So I'm just really watching where my first layer line is and making sure I don't go past that, but I do cover it up fully. So I get those lines in, and then I'm going to pour over my base color. I will say I do have my Amor Sui swatched, and I thought it was a little sheerer than it actually ended up being on me. I don't think it's too opaque, but I thought it'd be a little bit sheerer, so I think next time I'll use a sheerer color for my base. Anyway, so I feel like I've done a lot of talking, so I'm gonna be quiet for now and let you watch the rest of my process. I went ahead and filed and buffed off camera, so here's how it's looking. My pinky is a little wonky. I didn't get a straight line, so it's a little more scalloped rather than V French, but I didn't feel like redoing it, so we're just going to ignore that for now. So now I'm ready to get into my dip top coat. So I'm going to apply one final layer of activator to all my nails, well, besides my index finger because that's already done, and then I'm going to wait a full 2 minutes. Once 2 minutes has passed, I'm going to go ahead and apply my top coat. So I'm going to do 2 to 3 really quick swipes on each nail. In between my nails, I'm going to wipe my brush on a lint-free wipe to remove any excess activator. And then once I'm done with all 4 nails, I'll go in with my second coat of top coat. For my second coat, that's when I'm going to make sure everything's covered. I'm going to make sure to cap my free edge. You don't want to take too many strokes, but you can take your time and do a couple more strokes just to make sure everything is even. But this top coat is really great as self-leveling. As always, I'm going to finish off my mani by rehydrating my cuticles. So I'm using scales of a Mermaid cuticle oil in the scent Son of a Beach. Don't forget to rehydrate your cuticles any chance you get. It's really great for nail growth, and your skin takes a beating when you're doing a mani, so you always want to rehydrate and keep your skin healthy. So here we are with the finished look. What do you think? I mean, my pinky's a little off, but I just had so much fun with this mani, and I love the fun neon colors, especially since it's about 900 degrees outside. So I'm curious, what kind of trends are you into this summer? Are you into the neon colors? Is it something else? Let me know down below what you've been liking doing lately. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, I'd appreciate it if you gave this video a thumbs up. It lets me know to continue creating content like this, and it also helps YouTube recommend me to others, which helps grow my channel. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I upload content every Monday and Thursday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. As always, I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.